Hey guys, today we're going to show you how to sign up for a DigitalOcean account. So we'll have links to get here in the description, but the first thing you'll need to do is type in your email address and then pick a password that you would like to associate with your DigitalOcean account. Once you've done that, go ahead and click Create Account. Now that you've created an account, they'll send you an email. You'll need to open that email and confirm that the email you used to sign up for your account is correct. So I went ahead and confirmed this using my cell phone. So now we'll go ahead and refresh the page. We can see that it's been confirmed. So now we'll go ahead and put in our credit card information under the billing. So here you can set up using a credit card or with PayPal. So we'll go ahead and enter that information and we'll load the page. You can see though that by using the link that we have in the description, it does give you a $10 credit, which is about 2 months of service for free. So again, you can use a credit card or PayPal to sign up. So just fill in the information and click Save Credit Card. So now that we've got the billing information updated, we need to go ahead and create a droplet, or in this case, a server. They call it a droplet. We're going to be using ServerPilot to set it up, so we need to make sure that we have Ubuntu 14.04 64-bit set up. Then we need to go ahead and select the size of server that we want. The $5 one is good for at least 40,000 visitors a month. Now we need to select our location and then any additional features that we want. So backup is a nice feature. It uses 20% of your overall cost. So if you have the $5 account, it would be 20% of that, so $1 additional for that. Now we need to name the server something that we want to. You can have multiple servers under your account or multiple droplets, so name it something useful and then click Create. It's going to take a few minutes to set everything up, but then you'll be ready to start using your server. So now that the droplet is all set up, we need to go ahead and add a domain. So click More and click Add a Domain. We need to type in the domain, select the droplet, and then create the record. DigitalOcean is not a registrar, so you need to have it registered through someone else. I suggest Namecheap. There will be a link to it in the description. So create the record, and then we want to go ahead and add a CNAME for the www. So you type in www, and then type in the domain name, and at the end of the domain name you do need to have a period, and then click Create CNAME Record. We also need to set up our MX records for email. I use Google Apps for Business, and they've got a really convenient link to add those MX records automatically. So now you can see that we have all of the fields here to correctly have our domain set up. We'll go ahead and go back to the droplet and set up the root password to the server. So click on the name of the droplet, and you should have received an email. I didn't get one, so I'm going to go ahead and reset the root password. I don't know if you do get one or you don't get one. I haven't set one up for a few weeks, but we'll go ahead and reset it, and it will resend us an email with the new root password. Now that the password's been reset, we'll go ahead and click Console Access. This will take us to the console of the droplet so that we can log in. So first you'll type root, and then you'll type in the password that it gave you in the email. So it should be a long random string of characters. So go ahead and type that in and click Enter. Now that we've hit Enter, it's going to ask us for that same password a second time to confirm the password, and then it's going to ask us to set up the password for the droplet. They do this for security purposes so that that initial password can be changed once you have logged in for the first time. So you enter the current password, and then you enter the new password each time afterwards, pushing Enter, and then it'll ask you to confirm the password once you've entered the new one again. So you'll put in the old, put in the new, put in the new one again to confirm it, and then the droplet for DigitalOcean is all set up. You've got complete root access using that username and password, and you've got the records all set up for the domain so that you can now start using the droplet through DigitalOcean. You want to keep track of the IP address of this droplet because you'll need this in the next steps of setting up the droplet with ServerPilot. So now that we've got the droplet all set up, we'll go over to ServerPilot. Again, links will be in the description, and we'll set up an account so that we can install everything that we need onto the droplet. So go ahead and enter your information to sign up for a ServerPilot account, and it will send you a confirmation email. Now that we've got that all set up, we need to go ahead and connect our DigitalOcean's server to the ServerPilot dashboard. It's an alternate for cPanel. So go ahead and enter the IP address of the DigitalOcean server, which can be found just on your main page as shown here. You've got the IP address, so just take that number and type it in. Then you'll need to go ahead and put in the password for the root. That's the password that we set up once we logged into the console. It's the new password that we created. And then the second password is the ServerPilot password. So this is a different password than the root that you'll use for the SFTP and for additional access. So now that we've got that all set up, just click OK, and it will connect the server and install PHP, MySQL, and everything else that it needs. So now that ServerPilot is integrated, we need to go ahead and create our first app. So you can click Apps and then Create App. This will be a WordPress app, so we'll go ahead and put the name of what the app will be. We'll put the domain name that we want to use, and this domain name needs to also be set up on DigitalOcean. And then we'll click WordPress. By clicking WordPress, it'll bring up the WordPress specific information for the title of the site, the username for the site, and the password, as well as the email address associated with the username. Then, once you've got that all set up, pick which version of PHP you want. We'll leave ours at 7, and then select the server. Select the username, which at this point we use the free account, so we only have one, and click Create App. Now this app is all created and ready to go via your DigitalOcean server. We'll go ahead and open up a new tab and type in the domain name, and now you can see that WordPress is all set up and installed for us. We'll go ahead and go to /wt-admin and log in with our credentials to the board. If you have any additional questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more. Thanks for watching.